I used to have it. I'd have to go look at a Togatunes thing. But yeah, essentially the way that it works is that there is a piece of equipment that gives like a vest. It comes out of that chest right before the broken window in the museum. And it gives +1 pocket inventory, right? And he... He he manipulates that one inventory space that's given at some point, and by doing so, that just infinitely will let him stack, and he can do it over and over and over and over again. I'm gonna find a Togatunes video really quick, and I'll tell you. Oh, here it is. 100% Chrysler building. Okay, here it is. Let me get to the opera, and then I'll show it. Well, again, it's only in Japanese, right? So it has limited functionality. Otherwise, the any percent route could potentially use it, but I think it just takes way too long. Okay, let me show it to you really fast. Let me make this smaller so nobody thinks I'm cheating or anything. So you see he uses this, and then he moves that inventory slot. Alright, so the way that works, you take the vest that gives you +1 pocket, and you equip it. It gives you the 1 pocket. Then you go to that empty slot that you're given via that piece of gear, and you move the other piece of gear to it. So that way when you tool it over with a super tool, it never actually leaves because it's in a space that no longer exists. Yeah, it doesn't exist in the English version. But look at this. 198. 273. He gets to 273. Can only be done with that armor, yeah. I don't believe that there's any guns that add 1 inventory slot, so there might be, or there might be some kind of modification, but I don't believe that that's a thing. So yeah, that's that. Pretty neat. But, you know, it's kind of irrelevant because what you can do is a couple of armors. Yeah. No, they're all in armors. None of them are on guns. That's the only armor not in the Chrysler building that gives 1 pocket, as far as I'm aware. Yeah, so he did the Chrysler building 100%, 7 hours and 18 minutes. Really, really fast. But he only had to do 1 playthrough of new game, right? And even though it took him 3.5 hours or whatever, he had all that time. He was invincible in the Chrysler building. So at that point, it's just walking. Also, the Chrysler building is seated, and if you have the maps, you can actually tell what the building's gonna look like. It's not procedurally generated like most people think. Well, there kind of is, but it's within like a certain amount. So he has the maps to all of them, so he knew exactly where he was going. Once you identify what seed set you're on, you can then be good for 10 floors. And then on the 11th floor, you just identify where you're at again, or the 21st, or whatever. So he chewed through it really, really quickly. Yeah, exactly. When I did mine, I had no practice, no prep, I didn't know shit. I'd never done the Chrysler building before. It's gonna be a 6 hit, so I said fuck it. Let's not take any damage. Yeah, they are, yep. Yeah, he has them all. He has them all in a PDF shared with me. Yeah, the trading card glitch? It's useless though. So we lost 3 seconds there because of, you know, a 6-hit fight, but that's okay. I decided, since I knew my ATB was good enough to not have to watch that last laser, that it wasn't worth taking all the damage. Because now maybe I can be a little bit more aggro on Eve, which is cool. It's a shame this game is so missing in cool glitches and stuff. I mean, that makes it nice considering that there's like not a whole lot of executional hazards throughout the run. Once you get consistent, you pretty much stay consistent because things are going to ultimately be the same. You know, outside of like, you know, oh, my ATB is bad, or oh, I got, you know, too many refights or whatever. The game is more or less easy to get good at because you just have to play a shit ton. You know, and once you build up that consistency, you'll more or less baseline there for a while. Or continue to improve, obviously. Whereas, like, there's some games that I play where it's like, even Septerracore is a good example. Like, Septerracore, the out of bounds on that is so hit or miss. Like, you can lose 5 or 6 minutes just trying to set up out of bounds once. Yeah, menus is one of those things that comes with time as well, though. I'm not amazing at my menus anymore. There's some of them that's obviously lost the last one due to the menu, but they're you get cleaner at them for sure. Wow. I was about to say, if I miss, I'm gonna be fucking pissed. Menus is something I've always, you know, been rather decent at in my RPGs. Not amazing, you know, like Close War or Lezbel or some of those guys, but I can usually memorize them quite well. Yeah, so if I can't muscle memory it, I really struggle, as you saw there in the hospital. I'll just have to pay closer attention if I plan to do that again in the future. It seemed beneficial, though. I don't know that the ATB or the damage actually saves you any turns. ATB is always nice, of course, but I don't even know if the 2 damage adds any turns. But the luxury of having more inventory space is very, very... cannot be understated at that point when you start to fill up all the fuses and stuff. The state of Texas is calling me. That can't be good. State of Texas wanted to let me know that my car's extended warranty is about to expire. Apparently that's a That's a state issue now. We aggro here. We aggro in this house. Ah, you're a bitch. That's the only way that I wouldn't hit her. Miss again. It was going so well. So many crits. Could have been a lot better. Screwed it up a little bit. Granted, it was 6-hit and 2-hit rats. 6-hit and 2-hit rat. Fuck this bitch. A 6-hit fight, 2-hit rat, so 1038 or whatever is fine, I guess. Our HP is decent, which is very rare considering how aggressive I usually do that section. So that's also nice. I can feel my consistency starting to slowly eep back. Oh, that's so nice. That was a bad decision on my part. Okay, so I covered 2 of 3 options right there. The one that I would miss on is the one where he stepped backwards. What do I play this on? I play this on a PSP. Should've just used that. He couldn't kill me. Oh, PS3. I mean, if you're playing casually, that's a great way to do it. PS3 is just a bit slower than most consoles because it emulates it. And it doesn't do a very great job of it. But if you're just looking to get a run done, it's a totally fine option to do so. I have problems saving. Oh yeah. If you sometimes they're not super easy to set up. Like digital memory cards on emulators. It depends on the specific one that you're using. PSX is very simple in that respect. So if you know, you're considering different emulators, that's a good choice. It's very plug and play. That's what I've always liked about that one specifically. Ugh, so I did get 3 offense, which is good. Better than average luck. The Duck Station is past my time, so I don't have any familiarity with it whatsoever. I never really liked EPSXE either. It was always kind of jank. I've seen some people with emulators make this game look like not even the same game. It looks like crazy different because of like how hyper scaled, upscaled everything is. Hate to see it. Okay, one crit. Too far away. Wow. Unless we crit twice, we won't be able to kill him on this turn. Did? Or we two times total. Oh, so that was very lucky. But our cycle is gonna be fucked. Yeah. Oh. This is the ugliest alligator I've ever seen in my life, bro. That went terribly. I hate it when you get that fucking turn one, he doesn't move. That happens very rarely, but it is a pain in the butt. And I took damage even though it looked like I hadn't. And then I was too far away. So I totally did that to myself on that one. I identified that that's what was taking place, that I was getting that weird one-off fight right at the beginning. So there was no excuse for me to still manage to screw it up. So yeah, that's unfortunate. Whew. Mashing on the PS3 is a pain in my ass. Or on the PSP, rather. Huge pain in my ass. Oh, that's actually sick. That's actually sick as fuck. I love cyberpunk stuff. Love it. Hey! I want to say it was the day after the 23rd birthday as well. If I'm not mistaken. The NA 23rd birthday. Oh, what's up, Tweener? Hey, no worries, man. No rush. I had a really well-executed last run until it wasn't, but I was very happy to see, you know, that I managed to remember and do things correctly. So I'm definitely feeling better about, you know, not being as clunky. I fucked up a menu that I couldn't do muscle memory, and I tried to do quick, so I'll have to pay more attention to that if I try to do it that way again in the future. Yeah, and I was already 20 seconds behind because I went pee right before the cutscene started, so there was a line of text I didn't mash. So all those things, I went 3 for 3 out of the encounters, and I lost 20 seconds to peeing. All that, I was still, you know, ahead of what I like to see, so very, very happy with that. Devil Chinatown. Yeah, that's true. I did. That one was a doozy. Starting to come back. Starting to get the feelies back, it seems. That's all I cared about, man. I hate losing runs to executional mistakes. So I'm just happy to see that my executional muscle memory and stuff is coming back. That's what's most important to me. Because after that, it's just doing runs and runs and runs and runs. Trying to familiarize myself with some of the differences that are a byproduct of the shift in route as well. Menus, stuff like that. That was a good input. I think I hit the door perfect. Nope. Ben is annoying as shit, yeah. You little bastard. Not in like the literal definition, but in behavior. Hey, 120 bucks. I just got a PSP TV. That's super nice. It's a good brand, almost brand new. Never used. That's a good price. Even though I just wanted to resell it. There's some other games that I'd be more interested in running with than this one. So I'm happy about that. PSTV is a nice thing to have. A relic of the old age. I'm just curious what it's gonna look like on the OSSC and how that's gonna be a pain in the ass to capture. I actually might not be able to use the OSSC. I might be forced with the Elgato, which sucks, but it is what it is. Probably don't have time to reset again. So if we do die or whatever, we can just switch to, you know, a different game or something just to kind of enjoy ourselves for a little bit. I am super stoked with. I'm already way happy with my results from today. I was more interested in just getting, you know, back to the swing of things, and it seems like we're doing great. So. It also looks like that janitor is carrying one of those vibrators with the, you know, big ball heads. You know what I'm talking about? Don't act like you don't. Those little, what are they called? Magic wands or whatever? I don't know what they're actually called. Ooh, that was a really good one. I have several. Isn't that what it looks like? Homie's like, oh, you guys caught me at a bad time. Oh, you need it in a dinosaur museum? Yeah, fuck it. No, I don't have one. My girlfriend might, actually. I have no idea. I don't ever open that drawer. She keeps her candy in the drawer right below, so, you know, our interests never meet in that respect. Hey, Casino, what's going on, man? How you doing today? Yeah, yeah. What did you submit to QFG, Casino? I remembered seeing it. I vouched for you hard. I can't remember if we accepted it or not. What was it? It was something good. Oh, yes, 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 yes. That game I still owe you a run on. Oh, no, is that Valkyrie Profile 1 or 2? Did you get accepted? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. I pulled for you. I was like, yo, this guy fucks. No, but High Spirits is like, yeah, no, he ran that long game last year. Like the Game Boy game or whatever. DS, I can't remember. Can't remember what that game's called. Silver Star, something Star Saga. I don't know. It's like that really, really beautiful handheld title. Anyways, good to see you, man. I'm actually really, really, really stoked for QFG. I think the games list is the strongest it's ever been. And not, you know, Beyond the Beyond could not be on it, and it would, you know, and I would still say the same thing. So it has nothing to do with that. I want to make that very clear. But there's so many unique runs that just never get a, you know, never see marathons that people submitted this year. Fuck that up bad. Whoops. Lost Odyssey, dude. Super stoked for that. The guy that is running Lost Odyssey is like the GOAT of Lost Odyssey. He actually stopped playing. He actually like stopped running and stuff like that for years to focus more on his career. And I guess like when I saw his name in there, I was like, dude, he's playing again? Like, yeah, he's back at it. I'm so stoked for that. Lost Odyssey is an amazing game. Amazing game. Valkyrie Profile and some of the new Final Fantasy Pixel remasters will do great. Definitive Edition Xenoblade will be cool. I mean, there's a lot of really, really good games in it. I think it's actually one of the best RPG marathon lists I've ever seen. It is really good. There's just so much. There's like the big bangers, the guaranteed killers, you know, Chrono Cross and stuff like that, or Chrono Trigger, I'm sorry, and all that good stuff. And then there's like so many cool new things that people have never seen before. Because like a marathon, people don't understand, a marathon is like only as good as its submissions, you know? And people were like, how, you know, like when I did Boss, for instance, people were like, how come this game isn't in it? I'm like, nobody fucking submits. What do you want from me? What do you want me to tell you? You should have had virtual highlight. Okay. Yeah, should have. You're right. Oh, fuck. It's gonna throw my reload cycle off. Yeah, Button Kaidos. I actually get really upset when people talk about that, though. Because, like, it's actually really not that long. Because 90% of it you actually don't even play. Over the course of, like, 2 weeks, you actually only do, like, I don't know. Was it, like, 60 hours worth of gameplay? 90 hours, maybe? I might be under shooting it. But it's all broken up. Like, you can literally go to work, go to school. Like, the hardest part about that run is just making sure your game queue doesn't turn off. But people treat it as like this holy grail of like, yo, this is the GOAT speed run, you know what I mean? And people at High Spirits who do fucking all the Dragon Quests back to back for 80 hours consecutively, like, that's more impressive to me. Of course. Yeah, one time, so the very first really, really long-a-thon, I made the overlays for. And they were like, make sure there's a space for Bot and Kaidos at all times. And we can have the game run while Bot and Kaidos runs in a smaller screen, right? And I'll say, all right, not a big deal, whatever, I'll do that. Yeah, no, I'm not, you know, it's not your fault or anything, Kenny. It's just, it's a very common thing. And the whole event was tailored to him. And he managed to not get 100%. At the end of it, he was like, oh, I screwed something up. 99.2 or whatever. I was like, what the fuck? What the hell? What is that about? Oh, nice. That was very lucky. Oh, wow. That sucks. I think Cure P I still need to get rid of. And I've missed an opportunity on 2 separate medicine. Ah, ATB is a little lackluster here. I'm gonna hit. Thank God I healed. I'm gonna get hit by at least one. Really needing that homie to die. I fucked that up. I knew as soon as you saw me hesitate on like shooting him, I was like, I know I'm gonna get hit by this, but I looked at my health and was like, I should be able to survive it no matter what, but it's gonna put me in a pretty poor position for the 4 birds. Sometimes you get caught in the middle of those without an opportunity to move, and they just wah, wah, and you're like, whoa, whoa, you just take 12 damage, and then 4, and then 12. It's so stupid. Kenny, there are some other games that are very, very long. Like there's some Yu-Gi-Oh ones that are single sitting long. Even Breath of the Wild 100% is quite long, but they don't require it to be all done in one segment. Or I should say, not really, but for every like 24 hours, you're allowed to have like a night of sleep, which is kind of, besides, you know, it's like, what's the fucking point? That's 2 separate runs at that point. My Ni no Kuni world record on the PS3 and the PC are both about 33, 34 hours single sitting. And then High Spirits has done like crazy shit, like 60, 70, 80 hour multi-game runs before as well. So it just depends. I mean, people can cook up long runs for a lot of different games. It's just, are you willing to put up with it? But yeah, Bot and Kaidos is really fucking long because 90% of it you just have to wait for one item, which takes 2 real-life weeks to be obtainable. So that's why that one is the way that it is. Bot and Kaidos is a kick-ass game too, though. I mean, I wish that it the 80% run is pretty neat. I actually really like that game as, you know, by itself. Hey, RP, thank you so much. Hopefully you're doing well today. Nice, nice. That's good to hear. Could have done that better. Yep. Yeah, I'm having fun though, man. The new route and stuff makes it a lot more enjoyable than just the old way. Something new and exciting. What are you up to, Chris? How you doing, man? Working, chilling. Good to hear, my man. Dude, I did that. I ate Taco Bueno yesterday like a fucking idiot. And boy, did it destroy me. I hurt. To be full HP of worms. Hey, hell yeah. Hey, you know, sometimes you just take the hit, bro. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. I'm that way with the, like, Whataburger a lot. I'm like, fuck it. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna be, it's, you know, it's a worthwhile sacrifice. Wow, I fucked up. I guess not really. Same amount of turns, potentially. Good thing I healed earlier. Wow, I really botched this. That's okay. That's what I thought. Alright, cool. So, probably lost about 20 seconds on that screen. That was bad. Bad menuing, bad execution, all over the place. Oh, wow. Good to know. Okay. Good shit. Yeah, that was my 2-turn strategy I worked on, last time I was doing runs. I recognized the timing was enough for me to be able to squeeze 2 attacks in a 1 single cycle, which saved me about 15 seconds. Thanks so much, folks. I appreciate it. That's probably good to forfeit that. If she rolled high, we could have died, so. That's a pretty monster day too, guys, not gonna lie. Might even be sub 50. Damn, that was fucking good. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll get the intent anyways. It was really well executed everywhere except that one screen. And then obviously we had the damage we needed coming out of the sewers. I actually might consider resetting over anything that's not 3 offense or better out of the sewer. It just makes too big a difference on some of those early fights. Because the 2 runs that I've had that, both have been just incredibly well done. So consistency-wise, I'm very comfortable with it at that point. Obviously, there's, that adds another reset. The ammo out of the toolbox, probably a reset. Micro Uzi, obviously, a big one. Maybe not. Maybe not. Because that's pretty rare, actually, to get 3 or better out of the sewer. But it is fucking nice. You just have to, to do the rock or the grenade launcher at that toolbox. Otherwise, it's not worth doing the grenade launcher until you do the M84F and the BP. Because you actually don't save any turns on any of those fights otherwise. I'm being very careful about my water consumption. I'm probably going to go grab the revive. That's how good that day 2 was. We'll coffee is hydration neutral. But it is a diuretic. Or not a diuretic, a, what's the other one? Maybe I should empty the tank here, though. Might be worth. Oh, no, diuretic is correct, then. Not fucking it up this time. Fuck Shiva. No, Weasel, get the fuck out. Ow, I hit myself in the head with the door. Skunk is like, whoop, don't mind if I do. The skunk tried to get in here. I'm like, nah, dude. She come in here and knock over all my shit. She's in hibernation mode, so all she does is constantly search for something to eat. What kind of TV do I have? I'm actually running this through OSSC, so I'm using a ViewSonic 24-inch TV or something like that. I can't remember exactly. Maybe 32-inch. Is that what I said? I don't know. It's a really old shitty TV. But with the OSSC, I could use a computer monitor if I wanted to, because it removes that lag on the processing side as opposed to the display side. Obviously, I wouldn't use like a 4K monitor or anything like that, but I actually use this TV as my secondary PC monitor as well. Like whenever I'm not doing runs, I'll disconnect the HDMI and put it into my PC. Good to go. Yeah, especially if you have like CRTs. There's a lot of people that really get into that vibe. You know what? Maybe it's not sub 50. I'm just thinking about it. I think that the time I had in my head, the 4320, which is where I like to end Eve. I don't think that's what my PB ended. I think my PB is faster. So probably not sub 50, but still a really, really good day too. It's probably splitting green. Scared the shit out of me. My man Bim Cham didn't have to watch an ad. Or maybe he just said good luck through the ad and he can't hear me. Either way, thank you so much for the raid. Oh, hell yeah, that's the big brain, dude. Big brain. How did, what were you doing today? You know, I saw that it said Xander something or other, but then when I opened it, it was Quest 64. Is that tonight? Maybe that was last night. I think that was today. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, not sub 50, I don't think. I think, this is a 50, 14, something like that. I think Meta exited the door at 49.43 in my PB. But being ahead of my PB is crazy. Now watch as I get all the encounters in the M10. Classic. Damn, that's awesome. Congratulations, man. That's a really big achievement in a race setting. Pretty good time. Well, no, so you had a sister who got a transplant from of liver cells from a mitochondrial Eve donor in Japan, which kind of alludes to some of the events that took place in the book and the movie. There is a movie based on the book, not the games. You can watch it on YouTube, I think, for free. It's pretty terrible. It's pretty awful. I don't think it's really a gold. Well, it might be. I don't know. These are brand new splits, so everything will be a gold. Yeah, well, the movie is actually just based on the book. So if you read the book instead, you would get an even better understanding of it. Pizza Hut demo disc, dude. Those are the fucking days, right? Yeah, we did watch it together. Rip Rabbit. That was a fucking awesome web service for a while. I wanted to see what my BP was. So being, you know, this far ahead, I'll go ahead and grab the revive. It takes about 18 seconds or so, I think. Maybe not even that much. Maybe I'm misremembering. For fuck's sake. Let's see. Oh, it's not that bad. It's about 12 seconds. Yeah, remember those, do you remember when you would go to the store and they would give out like the AT&T free internets or whatever? Right? It's like a disc, but it's like you get like 4 days of free internet. Or 30 days of free internet, whatever. It was like, damn. Imagine somebody being at Walmart and being like, you know, we should try this internet thing out. It's 30 days for free. It was like Netscape or some shit. Classic. So unfortunately, I don't have time to reset again. So once this run inevitably dies, we can play something else. Have some fun. Maybe we can do Road 69 again. Or 96, rather. Well, back in the day, this game was like cutting edge, you know? That's what a lot of people who are not familiar with it, you know, when they see it in marathons or, you know, whatever, they're doing some research or some shit and they stumble upon it, they're like, look, this looks like shit. Like the rat scene and Shiva and all that stuff. Because anything that's not sprite-based, anything that's polygonal or is meant to look more realistic, ages poorly. Whereas things that are more sprite-based generally age quite well. Which is why, you know, you look at this, or Final Fantasy 8 or whatever, 7, Final Fantasy 7, Legend of Dragoon, that's a huge one. As a kid, I was like, this is peak human achievement. We'll never do better than this. Now I go back and I'm like, damn, Rose looked like a Lego. That's just how it was back then. Yeah, I mean, the rat, the Shiva transformation, all that stuff was like crazy sick at the time. Just like anybody who watched Alien when that movie came out, it was like breathtaking, cutting edge. And then now you go and watch it and you're like, it's just a bunch of lights flashing that make it look super futuristic. This game looks good when you can appreciate it for its age, for sure. Like, obviously you compare it to Cyberpunk and you're like, yeah, it looks like shit. But it's all relative to, like, the time, right? We're like, oh, 1998. Or 1997. Kick-ass game. Or maybe it was 98, 99. I think it was... I can't remember. Either way. It looks good for what it is. For sure. Looks leaps and bounds better than Final Fantasy VII, even though it was only a year later. No, so Square actually doesn't own the rights to Parasite Eve anymore. They were retracted by the author after their contract expired, and the author decided not to renegotiate. So that's why the third game is actually not called Parasite Eve. They couldn't call it Parasite Eve, and they actually couldn't use any characters or science that was created through the book or through the author's book. So if you like really pay attention to the lore in the third birthday, you'll see that like a lot of the science and stuff is you know, it alludes to, but they try not to get super specific about it because they technically weren't able to transition all that over. Hey Lulu, always a pleasure, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's assume the homie's gonna watch an ad. Yeah, of course. I'll see you next time for sure. Alright, I assume... Has it been 30 seconds? It's no coincidence. The last run got the clamp skip, and this run did. Clamp skip curse. Yeah, see, I feel the same way about Ni no Kuni 2. Right? It's a good game if it was called literally anything else. Fucking Catboy and El Presidente. There you go, boom. Great game. It's when you start sullying the Ni no Kuni name that I have issue. Yeah, third birthday I dabbled with a little bit. It's actually quite fun. You know, some of like the movement mechanics and stuff like that are interesting. Combat's kind of neat. It's less Resident Evil-y. Hey, I just wanted to make sure you weren't watching the ad, man. Thank you so much for the raid. Hopefully, what were you doing, lightning returns or something today? Hopefully that went well for you. Yeah, it has some good elements. It's just a shame that, you know, it forever lived in the shadow of this series title. I feel you, man. I feel you. And that's how I feel about this, dude. You know, you get one day where a run goes well or some things go well, and you're like, all right, cool, cool, cool. It's just a matter of stringing it all together. Soon, though. Exactly. Exactly. Only takes one W. How's, are you pretty much retiring Residents of Fate? Retiring the champ? Do you have any interest in looking at that PC version or anything of that nature? I know a few people have voiced interest, but man, that is a hard game to like route when you're talking about like scratch lines and everything. Totally fair, man. Totally fair. Already better than the last run. I totally understand. Damn. I mean, it went in. Nice. Oh, I didn't think I used the offense. That's okay. We'll just use it in the next area. Yeah, I feel ya. Man, for the life of me, I just couldn't get good at that game. Dude, it is such a freaking blast. And so flashy, too, man. So flashy. Let me ask you this. Did you make any like significant route changes to Taka's original route? Or is it more or less the same with some small optimizations? Oh for 2! Hooray! I mean, Shiva's gonna kick our ass. Residents of Fate. Really, really awesome game. So, X-Shanan here beat a behemoth. A run that was considered by many to, or a runner rather, to be, you know, like the unbeatable god. I was so fucking hyped, dude. And then the homie grinded it out and managed to beat him. Taka is considered like one of the greatest speedrunners of all time. So it's a huge deal. People who are familiar with like the, you know, with Taka, with the game's history, stuff like that, you know just what an achievement it is. It is a kick-ass game. It's available on the PSN, so you can buy it digitally on the PS3. There's also a remaster on the PC as well. Yeah, most people haven't. He was an older Japanese runner. I think that he did most of his runs offline. No, he did them on Twitch, but he only ever comes back when he gets beat. And people say that he comes back and he's even more ridiculous. Safe. I want to start managing my HP for Shiva. Although I am pretty decent on medicines, I think. Stupid spiders, yeah, they suck. No, went 0 for 2. So that was nice. Yeah, I was very happy with the 50-15 day 2. It was pretty clean. But yeah, no refights here so far. Well, no, they're gone, but this is an M10 run for sure. Yep, yeah, the splits are named after the different, the 6 days in the game. But that's okay. I'm not as interested in, like, you know, beating my time today or Crazy's time. I'm interested in kind of doing that. Yeah, I'm not really healthy. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Let's see that. Oh, maybe I did. Maybe I did. That's okay, not super bad punish there. Hey, no worries, man, no worries. Have a great rest of your day. If I see you again, great. Otherwise, man, it was a pleasure having you in chat. That's actually dangerous. That sucks. Two heals already. Okay, the YOLO. Skip the heal, that's nice. Yeah, so Taka was this guy that back before speedrunning was even a big deal. He did a lot of Shadow Hearts, stuff like that, right? And, you know, the routes and the runs that he put up were, you know, at the time, insane compared to everybody else. Really, really insane. But, you know, typically over time, you know, giants fall and people get better and routes change and stuff like that. So it's very rare that, like, old times stay good. But people were finding that, dude, his times were just, I mean, you saw before you started running Resonance of Fate, just how, man, just how fucking fast his time was compared to even second place, right? And, you know, I didn't know a whole lot about him until I did some research and asked some people that were around at the time. If you ever see the LCC, ask him. He knows all about him. But, dude, he was nuts. His, there was one guy that was like, one time I grinded for months and I beat his his best Shadow Hearts time. And then the very next day he came back and beat it in a single attempt. And he's like, at that point people literally call them Taka games. They're like, oh no, this is a Taka game, don't fuck with it. I feel the same way about Close to War sometimes. I'm like, oh, it's a Close to War game, just don't even bother. It was for real. He was and it's different because he was doing it, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago, when speedrunning was not really cool and there was nobody to help with the routes, no communities, shit like that. So I was like, I remember I was like, yo, I should go for the Resonance of Fate world record. I had not even played the game at all at that point. And somebody was like, isn't that a Taka game? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, okay, good fucking luck. And I was like, what? I don't get it. And they're like, dude, do you not know who that is? And I was like, no. They're like, man, don't even bother. That's why when I saw you chipping away at it, I was fucking tweeting it out and stuff. Dude, it was sick. A 109 time for this route is really, really favorable. My reset point would be 110.30 or worse. So I'm very happy with that. And I mean, especially like you can appreciate and understand that game, right? So you know just how difficult it is to come up with a route for that game where it's like you run in this very specific line where if you're off a handful of degrees either way, the AI reaction is completely different. So in order to fine tune all of that is like, fuck it, that just is beyond me, bro. So to come up with the routes for it and then still be 30 minutes ahead of second place in a 2.5 hour game was just staggering. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's great, and it's sad because the community's not huge, so people don't understand just how difficult, you know, the specific angles you take on those lines are, especially doing them quickly. I remember some fights where I'd screw up the angle just slightly, and I'm like, oh, it's all fucked. Might as well start over. It's nuts. Oh, chapter 8. Dude, I swear by it as well, man. I was pulling for you in QFG and all that stuff. M92F. Go ahead and get rid of that now. Save myself the headache when I get to the micro Uzi and I'm like, where the fuck is this from? Yeah, it's a crazy run. Tide used to submit it to Limit Break, obviously with not as attractive a time. And I always was like, dude, I think that game, I mean, it's just so cool looking, bro. People flipping through the air, shooting machine guns at shit. It just doesn't get much cooler than that, man. Thank you so much for the host, by the way, crazy. Appreciate it. It doesn't get much cooler than that. It's just so cool. I think that's one of the most underrated RPGs, in my opinion, of all time. Easily on the PS3. The PS3's only got like 5 good RPGs. I think it's up there with Ni no Kuni and stuff like that. Really, really underappreciated. The like world map grid system is kind of like, eh. And the gun system is sometimes silly where you just stack in scopes on top of each other. But like, man, it was super cool and new and different. I totally agree. Totally agree, man. I mean, because there's like not another game like it ever, and still hasn't been. Wasn't before, wasn't after. I mean, it's literally Final Fantasy with people doing gun gymnastics. I mean, that's like the coolest fucking thing ever. Come on, bro. Ah, I fucked that up. I should have just bounced off the counter. Yeah, 2010 game for sure. And the PC remaster is really, really pretty and nice. It's a shame that the strategies aren't the same. The enemy AI and stuff is different, but really, really cool game. TR would be second place. Now the Taka record is his second place position because he got bot. I fucked this up. I lost. I think he pushed me out of his own slow. We take those. Oh yeah, Resonance of Fate. Amazing, amazing game. Even if you're like, well, the story is whatever. Who gives a shit, bro? You cannot play it for 10 minutes and not be like, okay, this is dope as fuck. Beyond the Beyond. No, I don't have to practice that for a while. We still got 2 months until QFG. So that's my fault for positioning poorly. Nice. Yeah, it's sick, dude. It's sick. It's sick the same way that, like, Attack on Titan is sick. Okay, I was due for an encounter, so that's fine. It's a shame that it was this one. But I guess this one's better than, like, you know, 4 pods or the nurse screen. Of our medicines, we actually have quite a bit. Resonance of Fate. It's got like the same coolness of it, where you just see cool people, you just see people do cool shit, and you're like, ah, you know what I mean? You're just swinging around with swords and stuff like that. Resonance of Fate, same thing, but with guns. Just cool as all hell. Oh, I have plenty of space. Alright, nice. I was worried that I might not have inventory space to pick up the offense, the tool, and the gun. Ah, bummer. Well, that does it. That's the run, unfortunately. We can try to finish one, though, since I don't have time to reset. Oops. Should have 2, yeah. That's all good. Man, I managed to put up 2 amazing day 2s today. I'm super stoked. They exceeded all speedrun expectations. This fight went bad. I was like, no, there's no way I don't kill him in enough hits, but I did well today. I actually started off not good, but then I ended up coming back market-wise. So, end of the day green. There's always time if you try hard enough. Nah, I don't have time, so we'll just do this run for fun. No, she's been back at school for a week now. Much to her delight, because boy, she was not enjoying being at home. Doesn't hurt to have some late game practice as well. don't know, I was totally reading chat, not even paying attention. Yeah, it's okay. We got the N10, so I think that PBN is probably off the table. But who knows? We could have just God tier everything and YOLO our tits off. So it is disappointing, but it's part of the game. To put up 2 consistently sub 50, 30 day 2s is kick ass. I'm very stoked. I have achieved my goal. Just to convince myself that I'm not washed. M10 overworked, yeah, sure, no doubt. I got a 239 something offline with the M10 the other day when I was practicing. But it makes a bigger difference in this run than it used to because of the discrepancy on ice bullets. Because of the way the damage scales. Oh, wow. Is that fucking menu up or something? I feel like I'm not doing enough. The M10 actually has more base damage than the Uzi, if I'm not mistaken. I think by 1 or 2. Maybe it's range. Maybe it has bigger range. Yeah. Now I got the M10 as well. You know, so it's always important to just remember to temper your expectations. It's all good. 2 sub 50 30s. On my 2 attempts today makes me feel a lot better about, you know, getting a grasp of everything. So can't complain. I figured I don't have enough time to reset, so I figured we'd ride this one out and just YOLO and see, you know, what happens. See if we can sub 238 or something. It'll be difficult. Ice bullets makes up a big discrepancy in damage against raptors and armadillos. But we're going to take no more repeat encounters. Everything is going to go amazing. We're still going to have a good fun run. One for 5, or 1 for 6, wow. Would have been a great run with the Uzi. It's a shame. No Charizard. You mean my douche whistle? My vape. Oh shit. Yeah, we're actually gonna die. Oh, he didn't jump though, because I'm right next to him. We'll take it. He always gives me B vest. So I actually don't even know if I picked up that ammo. I think I might have botched it. Either or, I'm not worried. Ammo count is kind of a non-issue. Outside of the stuff we already picked up. full BP. Or P, rather. Oh, I got a menu before the spider anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. I'm not gonna heal or anything. We're just YOLO swag since we have the M10 anyways. Might as well just do some big balls. We also have a revive, so that's funny. Mummy's curse. Peaky Blinders. You know what? Are you talking about the guy who plays the Scarecrow? That's that fight. And Batman? Somebody has said that to me before. Yeah, that's the same guy, yeah. Well, thank you. He's an attractive young lad. I think my PD, I had the spider dead at 130.30. So obviously being close to that would be nice, considering we should be behind at this point. We're actually ahead of my PD. But the M10 obviously is a big deal. But just for the sake of comparison, it's really still nice to know. I don't think we have any more medicines or something. Probably pop a revive. Oh, we did. Nice. We did. Man, so we're on pace with my PB. It's a shame we're going to lose so much time. that's with one encounter in the hospital, so really, really happy with my consistency here so far. We'll probably be a little bit red, and that's to be expected with some of the extra pickups and stuff like that. Some of the fights I played shit, things like that. Yeah, it's extra the M10. Because, I mean, like, if we expect to save, you know, a minute within the last 2 areas, and we're already on pace in my PB, I mean, that's 2:35 pace right there. Obviously, that's an oversimplification of the tons and tons of things that can take place, like, between sewers and museums, but up to this point, this is about as good as we can expect, or hope for. So I'm definitely happy with that. We'll just YOLO swag everything. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah, I just don't have enough time to reset anyways. So I'm more interested in just finishing the run than I am actually PBing. We're probably going to be behind my personal best with, you know, potential time to save in the museum and stuff, but I'm curious just how much of that time save is washed by the micro Uzi. I mean, sorry, the M10 rather. I mean, the best case scenario for the M10 is that you take like no refights. Man, I can't tell you how stoked I am that I feel like I'm at least back to good form. Figured it would take me longer. I was not doing well for the first few days. Yeah, I was having like, you know, 51.5 day 2s and stuff like that, which is a bummer. My menus and stuff are wonky, but starting to clean it up now. That's nice. I mean, years ago I played this game every day for 2 years. Back when there was like 6 of us, 7 of us. And we had 16 minutes of wasted time at the very end. You can still sub 238 with the M10 for sure. I think the biggest impact is not actually quick draw, but not having ice bullets. There's a huge discrepancy in damage, like almost 30 damage per crit discrepancy on not having ice bullets, which is massive. There's a lot of fights like this you have to position anyways, so that the The actual quick draw element is not as fights like bats and centipede though, it's very nice to have it because you can haste second turn, always guarantee that you're gonna have the things that you need. Don't know what my medicine looks like though. Yeah, we got one! That's our first one outside of the extra one I got in the sewer. If only it was the micro Uzi. Oh well. Can still get hit. Dude, I'm bad at the bats. I'll tell you what. You underestimate just how bad I am at bats. Figured out YOLO. Figured out YOLO, but the fact that he was right in front of me and he didn't die was quite a bummer. Shame. That was a gamble I was willing to take. If he had died, he was super close. We just needed the damage rolls. If he had died, we would have been fine. We wouldn't have gotten blinded at all. So, calculated risk. You know, we take those. This next fight's probably pretty rough with the M10 because you can't even haste first turn. And any fight that lasts longer than 5 turns, I think haste is ideal. Oop. That's okay. I mean, I'm not super upset. It is what it is, man. Ooh, 4 for 4. This is a good EXP yielding fight, though. Oh, yeah, it is. That one is a really slow one. Back with the old route, when there was not as much opportunity for late game time save, that was actually a death sentence. That fight, I would have to reset over. All I gotta do though is just worry about where I am executionally. You know, time is irrelevant. So. Yeah, and there's higher EXP yielding fights that take an equal amount of time in the museum. I lost about 30 seconds, maybe even more in my PB though. Because I was actually so under an EXP, I took this Scorpion, then I had to backtrack through the previous 2 rooms until I could spawn a fight, because I needed EXP that bad. So it took me literally fishing for encounters in order to be able to continue, so, you know, I at least know that, you know, maybe not this run, but future runs I could try to improve on that, like, try to get a little bit more ideal here. Could have been closer to a 236.45 or something, for sure. This shit sucks. I killed the scorpion, then I was like, dude, I'm still over. So I had to run backwards. And the issue is, like, you can only do it in that one room, because if you go back to the room with the broken window, you run the risk of taking the fight as you come back, and then you're over a fight. So I had to literally run in and out of the scorpion room to the previous room with the clamp key, you know, door, over and over until I spawned a fight. It only took like 2 or 3 tries, though, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe even just a single, I can't remember. Sucks. That's why, you know, people are always like, oh, what's your sum of best? And I'm like, well, sum of best is, I don't even have it open for this game. Because it's extremely misleading. Because it assumes that you take 0 encounters anywhere. And that's actually not good. If you took 0 out of 16, or whatever it is, repeat encounters, you would actually be so far ahead that you might end up breaking even without Liberate. But it would be fucking brutal. You better have mad medicines, because the second phase of Eve 2 is, or Eve 4 is gonna kick your ass. She's a monster. So I have like fucking 5 Cure Ds. So I should go ahead and get rid of those. We'll keep that 1. We'll keep that 1. Sorry, I was telling you. I like to take the Cure PE just in case I get poisoned. We're already behind anyway, so. Well, that went terribly. What's up, Tuna? How you doing, man? Oh, wow, that was my fault for positioning like that. I don't know which one got hit, so I'm gonna shoot this one. That might have been a total waste. I think that was the one that got hit. We'll find out. That sucks. Yeah, I did shoot the one that got hit. Maybe not. Went all right, all things considered. Or what? That's 9. 9. 3 for 9. This is still really, really favorable. If I could get that on a micro Uzi run, that'd be dope. All it's gonna take is just trying a few times. It's all good. Part of the madness. Is there anywhere where you could pick up a super tool up until this point? I don't believe so. I think you just got like the 1% chance from the Ramble till bush, which I've literally never got. I used to not pick up that chest at all though, so. I know that there's a guaranteed one here, but you know, it's obviously a little bit late at that point. Alright, we'll see how this goes. I just realized. Felt slow. I was like, Yeah, right. Imagine somebody rolls into the museum. They're like, hey, we're just making sure everybody's, you know, gone. What the fuck is that? Gambit. What are all these dinosaurs doing at this dinosaur museum? For fuck's sake. Don't have ice bullets. Or the fact that he shoots fire, right? Because, like, it's easy to overlook the fact that, like, oh, wow, this T-Rex is being reanimated. And then you're like, wait a second. T-Rexes have never shot fire. Like, where the fuck did that come from? What the hell? Like, you always just assume, like, oh, it's a dragon, right? But it's not. It's a T-Rex. You know? So we're doing a crazy different amount of damage than you would with ice bullets here. Yep, or the laser, the lightning bear. That one's a doozy. Yeah, this runs. Nah, it's fading fast. I literally have too many medicines. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, no, RJ, I literally do 30 less damage on the, or 20 something less damage without ice bullets. I mean, that's like a significant, that's like 2 or 3 turns extra. Oops. That's a fuckload. So yeah, it's brutal. That's what I'm saying. I think quick draw is actually less impact, because quick draw just sometimes didn't fucking work. Like, you can actually one-shot these pretty consistently with this route with ice bullets. Just, you know, you can one-shot one of them. Real consistently. As long as you just hit like 1 crit of the 3 attacks. But I'm doing like 79 or something like that on a crit as opposed to like 103, which is, you know, pretty significant. It's a shame too, because some of the encounters here have been really amazing ice bullet encounters. That sucks. Yeah, it's a big difference. Yeah, it's easy to do. You can't. The issue isn't the issue isn't that. The reason we don't do it is because it doesn't have space, right? I don't think that it has the mod slots for it. I think that that's the issue. Oh, when you get the Uzi. No, it only takes like 30 seconds or so. I think that the Uzi does net save time with quick draw. It does. I mean, it only has to make up 30 seconds, and it saves about 3 seconds per fight that you get quick draw in. So I think it's still net positive. I just think that there's actually, I think the bigger bonus now though is the actual ice bullets as opposed to the quick draw. But yeah, sometimes quick draw, I think we did the math, and there's like 29 fights, and you have to have quick draw proc in like 13 of them to split even. And it procs most often in like 20, sometimes more. I'd have to double check with Primus. We did the math on it once, because Primus hates the fucking micro Uzi. He hates resetting for anything. So, you know, is obviously, which is what led to the different routes being created. Yeah, it's pretty likely. I mean, it seems like it doesn't happen a lot, because when it doesn't, you're like, what the fuck? But it really does happen more often than not. So this is the armor piece right here that the Japanese armor glitch is done with. It's that chest right there next to the window that they use to get to max armor and then become unkillable, which allows them to do Chrysler building. The whole Chrysler building category in like 7 hours. Crazy. What if I say no? Nah, I'm not digging it. She's like, all right. And it's like, game over. Everyone died. New York City has been engulfed in mitochondrial disaster. Oh, yeah, no, we did what we could. Fuck it. We don't heal, we don't do nothing. We'll let the game heal us, you feel me? He's about to swipe me. Bruh. That sucked. It's okay. She just leaves to the airport. Imagine, right, like imagine that in like a real life setting. Like, holy shit, New York has like this, oh my god, has like this biochemical warfare weapon emergency. It's fucking bad. And they're like, okay, what do we do? It's like, well, there happens to be one chick who for some reason is immune, and she's gonna go fight. And hopefully, you know, stop the evil being from doing what it's doing. Just gotta hope that we hit the one we're closest to, I guess. They'd be like, no, just nuke it. That seems extremely illogical. Yeah, so after the M10, it has just been downhill since. That sucks. Right, in no way, shape, or form would the U.S. military be like, yeah, well, fucking, you know, the fate of the world rests on her shoulders. They'd be like, nah, kill everybody. It's too much of a risk. Oh, that's so... Finally, fuck. Alright, if we take no repeat encounters for the rest of the run, we'll be in good shape. I think we're actually over on EXP. Over the average. Y'all know they would capture her alive and do all kinds of testing and stuff on her. Aya and Eve both. Well, I need to deal with that sooner than later because we have a scene coming up where we have to accept 2 separate items, so. Curious where we are in relation to my PB now with all the time loss we've encountered so far. 159.40, give or take. We're about a minute behind my PB now. Which is a shame. But, we out here. We fucking out here. I don't know that Uzi would have saved me some of the time that I managed to lose, but it would have been definitely more fun. Hopefully we don't take any encounters. The 3 armadillos, that fight kind of sucks. So I definitely lost a little bit there. We lost a bunch of time at the sewers as well with those 2 extra fights. glad I sorted my inventory. So 20108, give or take. Let's see. I'm curious where my PB is at this point. You know, assuming we save a little bit of time. So now I'm only about 40 seconds behind my PB. Cool. Yeah, but I mean, we still have a lot of fights where I'm going to be doing less damage. Especially if we get the 2 refines. I actually don't think we need either. Oh, actually, you know, we might need 1. I don't know. We got double raptors, which is better EXP in that situation. Twice. I have no idea. I lost track of the math. So I think we need at least 1 refight. Maybe 2. But, of course, we won't know until after T-Rex. So I'm just going to YOLO, Triceratops, T-Rex, see how it goes. Just make it to the M8000 as best we can, and then move on with our lives. I've been playing hella aggro, though, so I really don't have a whole lot of medicines. I just been letting shit hit me while I just fire off ATB like it's New Game Plus. Drown him and bleed. We just fucking run and gun, baby. So we'll see. We'll see what that ends up. What kind of situation that ends up creating. So in this next screen, we'll have a chance to take a fight. We got double raptors there as well. So actually 3 sets of double raptors. So we might actually be fine. EXP, especially with the 4 enemy and the frog from the sewers. Come on. Cool beans. This fight's usually a pain in the butt, and I threw away my cure D, so hopefully we don't get D'd, you know? Fucking tried, homie. That was not cash money of you, bro. These things take so long to kill without the Uzis. Did they get stuck on each other's hitboxes or something? That was weird. Did you guys see that? They got like stuck. That's funny. What's up, Yoshi? How you doing? Doing good? Whoops, fucked that up. So long as we don't take contact damage, we survive even as strongest hit. Should have hasted. taking forever. Gee whiz, that took a long time. Quick draw really helps there because you can initiate the energy shot from a distance, so that's always helpful. The trick here is to do haste twice and then energy shot when it's full, and he should be dead. No point in sitting on it now. Fight. Perfect. Alright, so we can afford to take 0 encounters. Oh. That was a big one, I forgot that. Come on, 0 fights. That would be cool. There's 1. Let's see the next. Wow. That's really favorable. A good section, all things considered. We got really favorable EXP placement. So the ugly fight in the sewers ended up being like the difference maker, you know? Sometimes it just fucking be that way. Oh, I think my PB was there at 211, so we should be ahead of that now, which is crazy. My man 100, what's going on? How are the stonks treating you today? Yeah, well, it is quad witching week. Keep that in mind. But yeah, I agree. I got chopped up quite a bit at the bell. Managed to make a lot of it back, though, thankfully. Ended green on the day. Not huge, but up like 150 bucks or something. Yep. And CPI, yep. CPI is going to be a big deal. I'm just hoping to PB. I'm not, you know, I'm not super worried about it. Yep, doing some speed running, just you know, having a good time. You know me, just trying to relax and enjoy myself a bit. It's a fun game. It's pretty cool. If you like RPGs and survival, like if you're a Resident Evil fan, this game is kind of like a Resident Evil game, but made with like a kind of like a Final Fantasy style JRPG influence. It's very unique. It has some really interesting, neat qualities. Ton of fun, ton of fun. And then the second game in the series is like almost a Resident Evil clone. It's very, very, I mean, it's completely different than this one. So it makes for a very interesting series as a whole. Hey, my man, 100, thank you for subbing. Hey, man, I meant to ask, when is your when are you submitting again for partner? Dude, you should be, that day should be coming soon, yeah? Hell yeah, dude, good luck. Hey, your numbers have been great, dude. I got to imagine that, you know, all they want to see is that consistency. So I bet looking at your numbers only getting better since you last submitted. That's good. That's good shit. I got faith, my man. That's how they did me. You know, they were like, you're really close, and one bad month would put you under. So we want to see you be a little bit more consistent. So it took me about 2 or 3 months worth of keeping the same numbers or better before they were like, all right, cool, we'll give it to you. I was so stoked. Hey, yeah, anytime, man, just holla at me. So I believe in you, man. I believe in you. Damn, that hurts, dude. Getting hit on the nose fucking hurts. It's like all that cartilage gives you like that numbing pain, you know? Dude, there's like one webcam that everybody uses. It's like a Logitech. It's like 70 bucks. It's pretty much the undisputed below $100 camera. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but I'm sure someone in chat probably knows. The Razer Kio is pretty good as well. I don't know how much that it costs though. I really like the Kio. We use it for the cat stream in the garage. Very, very good picture and everything. But yeah, the Logitech C, whatever the fuck, is super, super popular. It's like you get that Logitech camera and you get a Blue Yeti microphone and boom, you're a Twitch streamer. Hey, my man Sean, and thank you so much for the raid, dude. I really appreciate you stopping by. Always a pleasure, my friend. C920. I think that's the one it is. Yeah, it's like, what, 75 bucks or something? 90 bucks? Something like... It's below 100, I'm pretty sure. He already streams now, yeah. He just needs to do it with a webcam. But yeah. Dude, I used to, when I first started streaming, I had like, when I first started streaming, I had like, I want to say three upload speed. And anytime that Dylan was also doing anything that required upload, I would drop frames. And I dropped a shitload of frames. On average, I drop like 5% of my frames to stream, which is a lot when you stream for 8 hours. Now I have like 500. I'm running at 6K bitrate. Yeah, I have a fiber now too. Back in the day, we lived at this really hood apartment, and only one like no-name local internet provider would even service the place. And like their network hub was outside of our apartment, and it was just completely uncovered, and like if it rained, could just blow it all up. It was a fucking mess. Yeah, I have a Frontier, I think. We used to have Spectrum at the old house and then at this house. And bro, it was so bad. It would be like, they boast like a 250 upload or whatever. And I was like, dope. 250 up and down is more than enough for any home. Anybody who says otherwise is out of their fucking mind. But we'd be actively on, you know, I'd be on the internet, or Lauren was working from home at the time, you know, and she works, you know, on the internet with her like order server for her job, and it would be a 250, and then it would tank to 1, and then it would shoot up again. And doing that would, remember, it used to disconnect me from Twitch. It would disconnect me from OBS every time it did that, so I could like never get it. I couldn't stream. Lauren couldn't work, and I was like, fuck you, Spectrum. So I called Frontier, and he's like, no, we got you, bro. That shit don't happen with us. And the dude came and spent like 8 hours at this house because he had to like, you know, drill the lines and shit, I guess, himself. Alright, no grabs would be nice, but unlikely. No flap in phase 2. Yeah, well, so the difference is that Spectrum ran coaxial lines, or they connected to already existing coaxial lines, and I want to say that Frontier ran their own lines, if I'm not mistaken, and that was the discrepancy between the two. And he was like, nah, trust me, dude. Trust me. And now we have crazy internet. I got like 3 streams going sometimes. Or 2. The cats and this one. We can stream Hulu and shit all day. I mean, like, it's untouchable. And Spectrum used to charge us a cap. If we went over like a certain amount of data a month, they would charge me like an ass load. I was like, yo, fuck you, Spectrum, you're trash. And, you know, nowadays where I trade and stream all day, shit, we would have been paying out the butthole. All right, let's get a good run. Get a good couple of fights. Dude, that peppered me bad. Bad damage rolls. It's probably because I was too distanced in certain sections. Really not a clean fight at all. I got beat by that. I was right in the middle of an attack animation. Hopefully that's enough. It's really not. It's as difficult as you want to make it, my friend. Not enough damage. Oh, there was enough damage. She just got an extra hit in. So we're actually maybe not even on PB pace anymore. Oh yeah, we are. I misread the times. But, you know, it'll come down to a good finish. Not sure what my medicine situation looks like though. Definitely lost a lot of time there. No, I won't. We're gonna YOLO. I mean, we have a revive and everything. Yep. Yeah, we got lucky with some museum action. If we got the micro Uzi, who knows what this run would have looked like, but, you know, can't be upset. We did as good as as well as we could have. Oops. I hate this next section where he wants you to name a bunch of bullshit. He could have given us the bullets right here. Fuck. I fuck it up every time, bro. That's like 4 seconds of my life I'll never get back. I gotta get back into the swing of doing more runs so I can remember exactly where that, you know, that trigger is. Yeah, we'll get a small PB. We have more damage, so I'm hoping that we do save some time over my PB here, and we can maybe get like a 220 or 236.40. That would be nice. No, the world record's actually lower now. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's 32 or something like 236.32, something to that nature. Oh, 25. Wow. Yeah, 32 seconds ahead of me. I think it was the math. Yeah. Something like that. But I'm really stoked with how this run has gone. Consistency-wise, I played well. That Eve left a lot to be desired. I played kind of shit there. Got caught in some bad positioning. Encounter rate was good, even though we did get the M10. How much time does the micro Uzi save? Quite a bit. Probably at least 30 seconds, I would say. Or maybe about 30 seconds, something to that nature. Between ice bullets and quick draw. But we made do with what we had. Can't be upset about that. What's up, Chrono? How you doing, man? Yeah, D-Rust definitely is in D-Rust mode. What's up, you, Chrono? How's your day going, man? Nasty little bastard. Hey. Itty witty dee. There's some critties. Yeah, quick draw has about an 80% success rate as well, so it's much higher than that. I think I might have hasted too early there. That didn't feel very fast at all. I hasted too early. What's up, Chrono? Nice jobbo. I don't know what my medicine looked like either, so we could lose time popping the revive here, which would put us under. Yeah, that's true. Did miss a turn. I was greedy, was hoping we could push a little more damage. think I went under on damage there, but I figured, fuck it, we're full Parasite energy. I'll jump to the middle, worst case. Oh, wow. Crazy. That hurt. That was a gamble, though. I played it. Played a little gambit. So yeah, not a great finish, but hopefully we can still PB. Come on, Critty. Nice! Love to see it. I'm actually pretty low on medicine though, so if I die and pop my revive, I might not get the PB after all. So I gotta be kind of careful about my movement here. We're just gonna have to hope and pray. Whew. Whew! I was worried there that I might be out of medicine. He's gonna kill you! Run, bitch! I like how she just chills right here. She's like, let him catch up to me really fast. That's the move. As if the ship's explosion was localized. Him 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. 10. Thank you for the GGs, everybody. That was a good run. I mean, with the M10, that's you can't ask for much better than that. Now just imagine if we got the micro Uzi on that. That might have been the 235 we were looking for. We'll go ahead and mash it through, though. There was other aircraft carriers nearby. The thing though is, like, have you ever tried to get out of an aircraft carrier? It's not like, oh, just throw a fucking, you know, just push down the ladder, right? It's like, you know, park the fucking giant ship, go down the thousands of stairs to the bottom left. I mean, what the fuck? My man, Ben, thank you so much for dispensing the foreplay, dude. GG's, homies. I am very happy with my execution. That's what mattered more to me than anything, so, you know, regardless of whatever time it might be, I'm just happy that I'm kind of back to good form, at least. I definitely left a lot to be desired in that Eve fight. My UB3, or sorry, UB2, I was, UB2, I hasted too early and I fired a dead shot. UB3, I liberated just a tad too early. Wait, what did Crazy say? Oh yeah, it's all luck. It's all luck at this point. Crazy is same skill level as me, dude. No doubt about it. RJ, Crazy, everybody. I mean, those guys are just as good. It just comes down to having encounters show up in the right places and having damage work. It's complete. That's why I said I don't care who does 235, maybe even high 234. It's just interesting to see what happens at this point. Crazy's route is solely to thank for this. I mean, to think that an M10 world record was possible is fucking... I mean, that would have... If I told you that a year ago, I would have laughed in your face. But it's because of this route that it stayed viable. I mean, I was ahead, thankfully, going into that, which is why we were able to kind of cushion the blow a little bit and only lose a minimal amount of time, but I got really lucky. No, he busted his ass, dude. He busted his ass. And he came up with this new route, which is beyond me because, like, anytime I see a route, I'm like, fuck, I'm not putting in the work to see if I can find something better. He'll get it back. His consistency is fucking A1 right now. He'll sub 236 for sure. I have no doubt in my mind. This hoodied beaver. You know, it's funny. Oh no, I wasn't. Septerracore. Fuck Septerracore, bro. I think that Beyond the Beyond also got accepted to RPG Valkyries. I'm not 100% sure if that was confirmation or not. Because RPG Chick came in here and said, hey, how do you feel about running it in a second marathon? And I was like, does that mean I should plan to? So I'll wait for that games list to drop. If so, we really got to do some Beyond the Beyond work. I want to budget at least a week, maybe 2 weeks, because I'm going to have to figure out some route adjustments for the donation incentives. Am I going to keep grinding this to sub 230? Probably. Probably so. At least for like the next couple weeks. I don't have to start getting ready for the other marathons and Beyond the Beyond for about 2 or 3 weeks. So I'll try it for that long. Yeah, if this was an Uzi run, I believe we would have 235 XX'd. Maybe 235.50 or something to that nature. But we have an opportunity to kind of fix the executional mistakes and get the Uzi with similar luck. So, you know, it's just going to take beating my head against the game for a while. I'm still fucking sitting here mashing like a clown. Yeah, I know, right? What a fucking shit show that first run was. Well, there's a lot of time to be saved, you know, obviously between the hospital and day 5's end because of the M10, you know. I think even like, let's say that I was a minute ahead of my PB at that point, and then I got the micro Uzi and managed to save some more time still. I mean, we had perfect refights. You know, with a bit better execution early on, or some luck, better menus, me not, you know, not getting the revive, that was 12 seconds or whatever. Lots of little things like that can add up to a potential 234. 234.58 or some shit, you know what I mean? That would be amazing. But I think that a low 235 probably kills the game until Crazy comes up with some new shit again. You're right about that, my friend. You're right about that. Well, it is 4:30. I should probably just nuke the stream there. I don't really have time to get into anything. And I was supposed to do like... I was supposed to do like a lot of chores today, so... Well, we're gonna wait just for the sake of the old runners of the old era that like to see IGT and listen to the banger. We'll let this run. And then I'll look at some potential hosting and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's pretty much our agenda. We're probably gonna try to grind out a mid 235 with this game for at least another week or two, and then we will kind of pivot to Beyond the Beyond, depending on what the marathon situation looks like for that. My issue with that is I don't want to start practicing Beyond the Beyond too early, because then it leaves you burnt out by the time the event comes up. So I'd really like to strategically plan that, if at all possible. So, oh, first I guess I should check the Valkyries Discord to see if any of that has been dropped. I was tagged in something, but I don't see it on Discord. I thought maybe it was the games list. Oh, it was a stock thing. Wow. What? Tom Kane had a stroke? That sucks, man. That was like at the tail end of last year, right? But did he have another one? Oh, no. He's just retiring as a result of that one. I was like, dude, poor guy, bro. 2 strokes like that soon together is brutal. So he voices some characters in the Star Wars Clone Wars. My daughter really used to like the Clone Wars. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of going through all my Discord notifications. I want to check the RPG Valkyries. Games list will come out. Oh, I guess they didn't release a time or day. Let me check their Twitter just in case. I think that I'm in it though, which means that we'll have to push up Beyond the Beyond a little bit sooner. It's fine, I love that game. And all of its glory. Alright, cool. Nothing dropped yet. I'm gonna go, my skunk is like digging into the pantry. is chunky, and she is moody. What? 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 You put yourself up there, dude. I don't know. You know what I should do is like raise a significant amount of money. Be like, donate, and I'll put this skunk's butt to my face, and nobody will be the wiser. Clean up, bro. Clean up. Do you want chunky? What do you want? You want something to eat? After me, bro. She's getting really smart, so she knows now. She knows now that I will give her food and then use it to distract her so that I can then shut her out. So now what she does, she picks up the food in her mouth and she follows me around until I sit down or stop moving. Then she'll start eating it. Little bastard. Should have got a dumb skunk. I don't think they exist. Well, they probably do. Inbred skunk? Could you imagine? She's hella clever, bro. Every day I'm amazed with some of the stuff she does. She'll use, if she can't climb onto something, she'll push against what she's trying to climb and put her back to the wall and fucking straight Mulan shimmy up that hoe. That's what she does in my bed. She'll like, in order to get up onto the bed, she can't climb, so she'll put her arms out or push up against the wall and she'll shimmy up. And she'll bite to hold herself in place. Yeah, it's fucking, it's surreal, dude. Pisses me off. I have to, anytime that I go to bed, I have to move my chair over there. Otherwise, she'll climb my chair, climb my desk, knock shit over. One day I came out here, the cage was locked. She had gotten out of her cage. 214-14, that's really good.